Yo, what's good? So today I'm doing a reaction video to a riot in the county jail. I believe it's a county jail. I don't think it's prison. On this channel, man, you don't see much of this. I purposely try not to show like all the negative violent stuff in prison. I try to focus primarily on the redemption stories and the positive side of incarceration. But I also too am a realist, and I do share the fullness of the experience of being incarcerated. So I'm gonna do a reaction video to this. I already watched it. It's super short. It's graphic, so I apologize if it's not something you want to watch. But I just want to, I just want y'all to see the full side of what it can be to be in prison or be in jail. So this looks like a gang fight. And these guys got knives, just stabbing them in the back right there going up the stairs.
What's good, man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast, where I talk about prison, pre, post, and present, how everything that I experienced throughout my incarceration has forever changed my life. This is the Incarceration.
All right, good afternoon. This is State of Florida versus Stephen Testo with multiple cases before the court.
Forever Convict family, listen, we are on a journey to 50,000 subs. We are over halfway there. So if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Share this channel with anybody who enjoys prison content. And if you don't know my story, I've done over 12 years in prison. And all throughout my incarceration on this channel, I share the crazy, funny, goofy, weird prison stories, as well as interviewing other convicts and sharing their stories as well. But most importantly, we highlight the redemptive stories of convicts coming home, leaving their past lifestyle of crime, and now living successfully in society.
If you missed that, the guy right here on the stairs going up, he just got hit in the back. Bam. Look, you see but a knife in him? Bam, that's sick, bro. He's hurting. And look at the guy just unconscious on the floor right there. He's just knocked out, bro. He's just hurt. I don't know if he got stabbed or knocked out, but he's just slumped. It looks like it's a race thing. You see, it looks like all the Latinos are on one side, and they're about to square off. But they got knives too, though. Yeah, so it looks like Latinos are on one side, and African Americans on the other side. So it's definitely a race thing or a gang thing, but you can tell the divide by race. Blacks and Latinos. Oh, hold on. He just tried to help him and he got punched. Hold on, what just happened? Go back there. Look at the guy on the ground. His homie tried to come up. Dang. Try to get his dog and he just gets stole. Bam. That's rough, man. And you see all the black guys over here, they're all like scaling the wall. And my apologies, no offense to any Latinos or anybody who's African American. Obviously my kids are mixed and I predominantly was raised in black community, so by no means am I meaning to be offensive, but I am using terms to describe the racial divide. But you see all the people here on the side of the wall. That's honestly super smart. They're all grouping together and just scaling the walls, not trying to spread out too thin so people can't get attacked individually. All right. And then the police come in, the riot squad. And this right here is one of the scariest things that happens in prison or jail, especially if you get caught up in the middle of it. And especially if you're like not affiliated and you're in the dorm, or if you're in the day room or on the yard when stuff like this goes down. And it does happen on the regular. Some of my most craziest memories in prison were riots such as this, and to the point to where like the door, you see where all the police are, piled up at that door. I've seen it to where guys have taken bed sheets and blankets and, you know, tied them on the door handle and then tied them to a post that was like closer, and just rigged it to where, despite how many people are pulling on the outside, I couldn't just pull it open. Rigged it with, you know, broomsticks and all type of stuff to where people just can't get in. I've seen people, you know, rip phones off of the wall and use the cables that are attached to the phone, the little metal, and swinging at people. Of course, locks and belts, locks and socks, knives. And man, it can pop off for anywhere from like, you know, a couple minutes to 10, 20 minutes. And one thing
unashamed about all that time you did, go ahead and grab your Forever Convict tee, where we're unashamed to share how our incarceration is what God chose to use to radically transform our life. And even though society may deem us as convicts, I'm not ashamed of what God used throughout that season of incarceration to make me to be the man who I am today. Forever Convict.
And even the administration always knows this, is that, you know, the incarcerated population outnumbers the staff, the administrative staff, the officers, the police times 20, you know. So that's why they got these riot squads, you know, with all this, you know, masks and shields and clubs, because when this type of stuff pops off, man, sometimes it can get big and it can last for a minute, and they gotta control it to the best of their ability. And I got, you know, mace. They got, you know, this stuff in Florida called what they call Black Jesus, and it's a riot can, and this thing's huge, and it's, you know, I think it's illegal. I think it's the chemical agents that, like, they don't even use in war. I'm not sure. That may just be like, you know, hearsay, but I got sprayed with it. I crashed out on a wreck yard, and I got hit point blank range in my face, dials in my whole body, and I swear to you, I broke my femur. My femur snapped through my thigh. I got a metal rod in my thigh, pins in my knee, pins in my thigh from a high-speed chase while I went to prison my last time. And I was unconscious when it happened. I don't remember the pain of it snapping. The femur snapped through my thigh. I don't remember none of it. But I do remember the healing process, the months in the county jail with no pain meds, or the watered-down pain meds, because it can't give you like strong opioids in jail. Man, I was the worst pain I went through in my life. But that Black Jesus, that riot canister, oh my gosh, bro. I'm talking about boo-hoo crying.
I also have a fire HBO style series chronologically going over my prison experience from day one, all throughout my 12 years in prison. But you got to become a member to this channel. If you're on desktop, that's the only way you can do it. If you're on a mobile phone, you got to do it through Safari, or you got to go to your internet app and become a member. Check out a brief clip right here. He's not directly addressing me. He's not directly addressing anybody. He's just saying it loudly about all the new people. And we weren't the only new people who came in that day. There's people who came in before us. But I'm thinking still he's going to be the one that tries me. So he goes and he sits down, and I'm sitting on the bench, and all of a sudden someone approaches me. I'm sitting on the outside of the bench, and someone stands
talking about probably the worst torturing pain I've been through in my life. It was so bad, bro. It was bad. And I'm not exaggerating, man. They got it on video because they got to videotape it when after you get sprayed and they take you to confinement, they got to put you in the shower for hours. And I was just in the shower screaming to make matters worse. The water was hot, and I didn't know that hot water ignites it even more. And they were even telling me like, yo, get out the water. Inmate, even the police felt bad. That's how you know it was bad. Because I got hit point blank range in the face, and they doused me in it because I crashed out right in front of the police. I didn't mean to. I was just emotional in the moment. I was pissed. But yeah, bro, that was by far some of the worst pain I went through in my life. So once again, apologies if this is a little too graphic for y'all. But you know, on this channel, man, we share the full side of incarceration, and we mostly highlight the redemption side of incarceration, how God can transform our lives in the middle of the bid. But this right here is kind of a look at the negative side of how it can get down a lot of times in prison and jail, dog. And this right here, you know, even though a lot of people got, you know, stabbed, and, you know, the guy obviously on the floor looked hurt, but it wasn't too bad, man. I've seen a lot worse, bro. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, lose their life, and it's sad, bro, you know, but stuff like this, man, happens on a regular. So if you haven't been to jail or prison, don't go. This is a perfect example why you don't want to be in type of an environment like this, man. It ain't cool. It's not fun. This ain't the movies. Ain't nothing cool about this. And if you have been through it and you made it out, praise God, you're still here. All the more motivation and reason for us not to go back. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll remember and know that God created us all as royalty, as kings for the men, queens for the women, and just walk in our God-given purpose and identity, man. That's a fact.
If you didn't know, I am a rapper. My artist name is EI the King. Check out my music on all streaming platforms. Go to my other YouTube channel, EI the King. Check out my music videos. And I'm also releasing a documentary all year. It's really a docu-series. And every Wednesday, I drop a new video. As we've been documenting my transition home from prison and society, from the day of my release, we had a film crew at the gate just documenting my transition home from prison, now in society. Check it out on one of these links above.